continuing efforts to provide a safety net to. In addition, we're asking families to bring their student's meal card, which looks like this picture, so we can record the information. The Trump administration has issued rules which would restrict the meal program to students with school IDs. We do not agree with that approach and will continue to provide meals to any hungry child or adult, with or without the card. But collecting the information will help make clear to the Trump administration that there's still a great need in the communities we serve. The relief effort has become the largest of its type in the nation, with the support from many businesses and individuals in the community. This past week, NatureMade of Woodland Hills donated $1 million to LA students most in need to support the effort, bringing the total raised to over $23 million. We're grateful to the NatureMade team for understanding the important role that food security plays in a child's development and education. Baby to Baby has been a part of the relief effort since the start, providing millions of diapers and wipes, as well as school supplies, clothing, masks, soap, and shampoo to students and families in need. 2 new residents of the Golden State, Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan, brought a royal welcome to families this past week as they volunteered as part of the effort at one of our schools. Last week marked the start of a new school year, which brings excitement as the doors of opportunity open to students. The physical doors may not be open at school facilities, but the opportunity to learn must be there for all students. Our efforts, whether online or at school, are to make sure we provide students with a good education. The impact of COVID-19 requires us to take different approaches and put forth extraordinary efforts. We're committed to both. The extraordinary efforts of all who work in schools are paying off as attendance on the first day of school, as measured by classroom teachers, was within a few percentage points of last year. Last week's attendance was adversely impacted by power outages in some of the communities we serve. Our hope is state and local authorities can minimize these disruptions, in particular during the school day, so students can stay connected with their school community. Even with all the challenges schools are facing, and all the challenges being faced by students and their families, the school community came together for the start of school. The good start has been made possible by the tireless efforts of all who work in schools, starting with school principals. Great school leaders build great schools, and that's never been more apparent than during this crisis. Whether it's making sure students have devices and internet access, helping with food relief efforts, participating in summer school, leading training for their staff, or reaching out to families to enroll students, principals continue to be local heroes in service of their school community. The attendance figures are just a snapshot, as many families our schools serve have been impacted by the coronavirus. Housing insecurity and job uncertainty may lead to an even higher level of transiency than normal among students. A student enrolled last month may be part of a family which has since moved in search of work or housing. Our shared goal is 100% attendance, and an all-hands-on-deck effort will continue with outreach to families whose children have yet to join and welcome them all to the school community. We've learned a great deal since March and are applying this in all we do. When online learning first started, about 19% of high school students, or almost 23,000 young adults, weren't connected. It took some time and a great deal of effort, but virtually all students were connected. The work since March put schools in a much better place to start the new school year, and about 95% of high school students had already connected with school by the end of last week. A device and internet access is being provided to any student who needs them and is enrolled in our schools. Part of the challenge is making sure families let us know if they still need the tools and encouraging students to use them. Principals, teachers, and all the staff at schools will keep working to connect every student with their school community and keep them learning. I visited several schools last week to join as principals welcome their school community. Teachers met with their students for the first time, and a regular day of school began for all. Please enjoy a few highlights of my visits.
Buenos días, bienvenidos a nuestra Junta Virtual Director para todas las familias de Gulf Avenue.
Thank you and good morning, Dr. Soto. Thank you allowing for me to join you and the families of the proud Eagles of Gulf Elementary this morning. It's not what we normally do on the first day of school. That sense of excitement is still there, but we know part of the excitement is when the doors of school open, the doors of opportunity open for students, and it's our responsibility and commitment to each and every family member on this call to make sure the opportunity is still there for your child, even though the doors are not yet open.
And Dr. Soto, thank you so much for your efforts. I know you have had multiple town hall meetings. You've had coffee with principals. You have reached out to ensure that every single student is ready to go, connected to the school, connected to teachers this week. So families, welcome back, and thank you all for your great support.
Our teachers have approached with great zeal and enthusiasm. The things that they're doing now, they're new for people. They're new for our teachers. They're new for our administrators. But how quickly they've gotten very good at it and how quickly they've improved their practice is inspiring. And I think it's a good model for our kids that despite the fact that something is difficult, we have the mindset to know that we're getting better every single day.
My first Zoom class, I had English. My second Zoom class, I had math. My third Zoom class, I had science. Then I had advisory, homeroom, and then I had PE. It was new, exciting. I was able to see all my friends again, and it was really fun.
We have a very special guest that I would like to introduce, our LAUSD Superintendent, Mr. Austin Buettner. Mr. Buettner?
Thank you, and thank you, Principal Fatal, for allowing me to join you. I'm wearing a mask because the principal and I are actually sharing a conference room safely apart, but working together. We've learned a great deal since March. We learned more over the summer. Students learned alongside us. You'll see reflected in the schedules, more structure, more synchronous time, more engagement between teachers and students, regular assessments to make sure students have a sense of how they can continue to learn, improve, and how families can stay in touch and understand where their student needs support. You getting everything you need?
Ya, tenemos todo lo que necesitamos,
She's got everything she needs.
pero siempre es bienvenido todo lo que se pueda
But
para los
any
padres.
additional support for parents is always welcome.
Well, you let us know what you need, because this is new for all of us. We understand that.
As a musician myself, my hobby is music. I want to thank you for organizing that vendor class, because I saw the spark in the kids' eyes.
Well, thank you. That one's a passion project for me. I'm a music kid, I think, as I've shared. Normally, you're driving a bus.
Yes, sir.
This is a little different, right? Very different? But this is your first day doing this.
Yes, and she's been wonderful. So thank you. Thank you.
And how about yourself?
I've been here working for the LAUSD for 19 years.
19 years, okay.
I'm about to be full-timer driver.
All right.
Hopefully. Yeah. I'm glad to be helping here out.
Good. Well, we really appreciate both your help, all your help.
Thank you.
And it's all hands on deck to make sure families, students have what they need. And one of the things we learned is we needed more support in schools, which is why you're here.
Thank you for your
Right,
work.
that's why we're here.
Thank
too.
you. Really appreciate it. And I just wanted to join the principal and all of the teachers and staff and welcome you back to school. As we go into these weeks and maybe months ahead in this mode until it is safe for students and teachers to all be back in school together, stay connected. If I had one word of advice, it's stay connected. Stay connected with each other, stay connected with the teachers, make sure your family is connected. We're here to support each and every one of you with information you need to answer your questions, to make sure your device is working, and to make sure that school experience, while different, is still a great school experience. So welcome back. Thank you.
I really worked hard to make sure that the parents' needs are met, the kids' needs are met, and the teachers' needs are met. Because we had PD all last week for teachers, Monday through Friday. And they even said, oh, this is so awesome. And I invited other schools to come join our PD because we knew that this would be such a hard transition. And so we just want to make sure that everybody had something where they can go.
Science went really well. There's nothing happened that was bad. All the kids were acting normal and were well behaved. I went to English next, and the only thing is that it lasted long, but the only reason for that is that students were confused, but the teacher was always there to help them. He was answering all the questions they had. First period, she actually made us stand up and do the pledge, which I feel like was kind of cool because like I didn't really expect it, and I feel like it's more a good thing because then we can like get into a schedule more.
And what I just want to do is welcome all of you back. I know this is not the welcome you wanted because you wanted to be here. You wanted to see each other and talk about your summer and sit in class and enjoy the experience. So it's going to be different. But it's still going to be engaging. It's still going to be fun. And most importantly, you've got a great teacher in Miss Alvarez who I know is going to make learning interesting for each and all of you. When we welcome you back to school, it's going to look a little bit different. But until then, we want you to be safe. We want you to wear your mask when you're outside. We want you to stay apart from people outside so you don't spread the virus. Wash your hands as much as you can. And if you do that, you'll be as safe as possible. But welcome. This is your first day of school. It's pretty exciting. And I see Angel and Christopher there with guitars behind them. I know they had a good summer. But I just wanted to welcome you back and thank you, Ms. Alvarez, for letting me join.
Yesterday was really nice for our first day of school. We learned a lot about our teacher. We played a get to know you game, and we did some math yesterday and ELA. Everything was smooth. I had no problems yesterday.
We're going to meet a teacher now. She's on with our students still. They're asking, they're doing a Q&A with the parents.
This is an example of a page that you will get with your students' information on it. They will have a QR code that they'll be able to scan to go to each subject or to each Zoom meeting. So that way, because we know you're working, we're working, they need to attend, they'll at least know that they can scan these codes and they'll be able to find us.
I taught summer school.
You did?
So I did the ELOS program at Western Avenue. But
How'd that go? I mean, it kind of got it worked out a little bit?
it worked out enough. I mean, they were attentive. They were a little shy because, of course, I wasn't their actual teacher. But they came. I was glad that they showed up. You know, you're always wondering, like, okay, they don't know us. They're going through this process of Zooming and they're burnt out. And are they going to attend summer school? So they actually showed up. So I was glad for the 12. It wasn't 20, but the 12 was okay.
The classes that I had were English language arts and math. Well, in English language arts, we have to do writer's workshop. And for math, we did a little equation as we did a little word problem. I'm a technology expert. I know how most of my commands, and I know how to get on Zooms.
Good morning and welcome to the first regular day of school for the entire Panther community here at Euclid Elementary. I'm joined by our principal, our board member, our local district superintendent, and we're here just to visit, meet as many students as we can because today at 9 o'clock school started. We got it all top to bottom, clean, filtered, safe.
Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah, good. I'm so lucky to be here on this first day with all these smiling faces, all the girls and boys and some of the family members. And I just want to welcome you all. Welcome you to your first day of kindergarten. A world of learning, a world of opportunity opens for each and all of you.
Hello, everyone knows Superintendent Buettner. Hello. This is where they're going to bring their barcodes.
So these are only for Eagle Rock students.
Okay.
So if a parent or family comes and they didn't get their barcode, they can just come here and we can just give it.
Oh, perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
Hi guys, welcome. If you're just coming in, I'm Miss Lee. I'm so happy to see you.
Hello, class of 2026. Did you get my email yesterday? I was encouraging and reminding you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Some of you are able to meet and greet your teacher, no problem. Others had issues. And you know what? It's only going to get better. And 100% attendance in period 2. Oh my goodness, rock star, high five. Okay, see you all later, bye.
So one of the things that I always teach my students is, since we're now online, they sit too much. And then posture is a big issue. And when posture, low back starts to kick in, back of the neck pain. So we're gonna just get you to extend and probably stretch out your hips. So we're gonna sit up tall because you have to practice good posture. And then we're gonna just take one hand, press down as you lean into. And just stop where you feel the first level of resistance. Okay? Most students we work in, they appear a lot more rounded, so opening up your shoulders. So even if you grab some kind of anchor, even like the doorway, you can start off just by anchored and then just kind of pulling into and opening up the shoulder.
My first class was peer counseling. It was really interesting because it was mixed with AP Spanish, but I kind of get why they're doing that. It's because we're a global leadership school, right? So we're trying to like mix into like multiple perspectives throughout our classrooms. So I really liked how it gave me a different perspective of having to also like sort of learn Spanish. I think all seniors are pretty saddened and not happy with how this is going to start, but you also have to understand that we're doing this for our health and for everyone else's health, including our teachers and the faculty students at our school. So we have to take that into account.
We will start with Jacob, okay? We're gonna give you a chance, you all, to get your stuff. Jacob, you wanna give it a shot? Okay, here we go. First day of distance school Mad Libs. On the first day of school, I felt so... I put on my favorite new outfit, a shirt with 2... All right, this is what we're gonna do now. It's time to take a little wiggle break, okay? Everybody up, out of your seats.
Good morning, students. Thank you, Miss Ross. Welcome to the first day of 4th grade, and you are so lucky to start with Mad Libs. Dancing, I don't know what's next. What are you going to do to beat that?
We're going to have stories that we're going to read.
Stories. This is going to be a fantastic year. We want to welcome you. We can't wait till you can come back to this classroom. But we're going to continue to learn. We're going to continue to have fun. We're going to be with our friends. And you're back part of the school community. So welcome back to your first day of school. And I am so excited. You're so lucky to have Miss Ross. Look forward to a wonderful year. Thank you. It was great to see the excitement of students and the smiles of teachers. We all wish we could be back together in schools, but it's not safe or appropriate given the current levels of the virus in the Los Angeles area. The level of new occurrences of the virus continues to decline, though it's still well above the state guideline of 100 new cases per 100,000 people. It'll take some time and continued safe health practices before Los Angeles approaches these levels. We'll continue to study school reopenings across the country and learn from these. It's worth noting that all the successful efforts, like Rhode Island, are in communities where the overall level of spread of the virus is quite low. We'll be watching what happens in New York when they start the new school year after Labor Day with a hybrid instructional program. Closer to home, San Diego and San Francisco are closer to the state guidelines, and we'll be watching closely to see what local leaders decide is an appropriate path for their school communities. Our efforts to protect the health and safety of all in the school community will include state-of-the-art health practices and an unprecedented effort of testing for the virus and contact tracing at schools. All of the people involved in this effort have been working around the clock to get the program started in the right way. We pushed the start of testing back a few days due to the extreme heat last week, as the testing materials may not be stable at high temperatures. We want to make sure the results are sound. The current emphasis is on training school nurses who will help administer the tests and training contact tracers who follow up on the test results. Teams are also working to make sure all the operational and technology systems are in place to do it properly. Sometime this week, we'll provide the first tests, beginning with those involved in the testing effort. By the end of the week, we hope to start testing staff who are currently working at schools, as well as the children and staff who are involved in the child care program. We'll provide weekly updates on this effort, and all staff and families will soon receive more information about the program. The information will include details on how to maintain safe health practices and check for symptoms at home, as well as where tests will be provided and how to sign up. This program is an enormous undertaking, and we'll be listening carefully to the experts on the team at each step along the way. We hope to gain as much information as possible about the presence of the disease in the school community to help reduce the spread and provide the foundation for an eventual return by students to schools in the safest possible way. The ability to quickly isolate any occurrence and test those who may have come in contact should help keep schools open while mitigating risk to all at a school. As we start the second week of school, all who work in Los Angeles Unified will be doing their best to help students continue to learn. Thank you for your continued patience and support.